Have you ever pretended to be something you're not? A character from a book you read, a movie you saw, or a video game you played? Have you ever wanted to walk on the moon? Be a superhero? Slay a dragon? I bet you've imagined it, but how cool would it be to actually live it? With the way that technology is currently headed, it won't be long until anyone can. Have you ever heard of virtual reality? It's a technology that incorporates visualization to create an interactive environment that transforms the user's experience completely. It lets you put the controller down and put yourself in any situation, able to physically interact with a virtual world. Visualization is communicating ideas and information in a format that you can see. Books, photos, and even videos like this one are examples of ideas being put into a visual format to make them easier to communicate to others, understand, and process. You know when you're trying to describe something to someone and they're just not getting it because you can't actually show them? That's where visualization comes in handy. Most people process visual information much better than other forms, so actually showing them pictures and videos of people, places, and things can be much easier and more effective than using your words alone. Photos and videos are powerful tools for communicating complicated ideas, but imagine if you could be transported into the action, physically experiencing what you're seeing, using your own hands, feet, and body to move and interact like you were actually there. Imagine how complete an understanding you would have of that world if you experienced it that way. Well, guess what? You won't have to imagine for much longer. Many big-name companies like Sony, the makers of the PlayStation, and Valve, who own the popular Steam, are looking to get virtual reality into homes all across the world as soon as possible. So what does all of this mean for the technology you'll see in your lifetime? Well, humans have been using visualization techniques to communicate effectively for centuries, but virtual reality technology is still relatively young. That being said, there are big things in the works for virtual reality already, far beyond the realm of just experiencing video games and movies in a new and exciting way. Companies are beginning to look at altering the way people experience and interact with everyday life. Augmented reality is when you take your real surroundings and supplement them with computer-generated imagery or sound. Many companies have already been using this concept in phone apps that allow you to see the world in new ways through the camera on any modern cell phone. The Google Star Map allows you to see constellations by simply pointing your phone at the sky, and the popular app Yelp added a feature called Monocle that allows people to look at a restaurant through their phone and see reviews hover in the air like magic. However, several other companies are pushing the boundaries of augmented reality technology much further. Microsoft is working on the HoloLens, a headset that allows you to interact with digital projects, environments, and even other people in really unique and original ways, the likes of which we have yet to see and are mind-blowing. But virtual reality and augmented reality have potential that reaches far beyond just video games. Imagine learning about the solar system, virtually flying from planet to planet, facts about each appearing in your vision as you go. What about history? How much more interesting would it be if you could put on a virtual reality headset and be transported into the Roaring '20s, or help Harriet Tubman lead slaves to freedom? Where in history would you go? The medical field has tons of places where these technologies can be applied too. What if a doctor could immediately diagnose your sickness just by looking at you? Or imagine having the ability to virtually pull a muscle or bone out of a body to study its structure, or even taking a virtual roller coaster ride through the circulatory system, surfing through arteries and fighting off protective white blood cells. What about architecture and construction? Not only could architects walk through their designs before a single nail has been struck, but they could tour them with the construction workers on site and make changes and corrections in real time from thousands of miles away. This could not only speed up the construction process, but allow for the construction of buildings we only could have dreamed of before. With so many major tech companies focusing on virtual reality, there's no question about whether or not this is the next big thing for information technology, education, and entertainment alike. Being able to experience anything you want at the touch of a button is a very powerful concept. So I guess the only question left is, what will you do with that power?